let me tell you about this AHA thing, right? So we were just doing a mission. We're getting done, and we're refitting the trucks. Again, we're a scout platoon, so we go out on mission, we come back. The mission isn't over just because you came back. Now you have to refit. You have to take your trucks down. You have to take all the weapons off. You have to close them up, clean them out, do things like that. And so I was just helping that whole process. And while that was going on, we got hit with some mortars. Mortars are indirect fire, for you guys that don't know what that is. It's basically a team of dudes that have this like tube that sits on the ground, and you drop like this big round in. If you've ever seen Saving Private Ryan when he was hitting that thing and then throwing it, those are mortars, right? But you're supposed to put them in this mortar tube, and then as they fall through the tube, the firing pin and those little cottage cheese looking things, well, I forget what those are called. Some mortarman's going to be in the comments telling me what those are. Charges, maybe that's what they're called, right? But those things, they explode, they catch fire essentially, and they shoot the mortar round out. So the mortar round is essentially this big, huge round full of high explosives in it. When it hits the ground, it's like horseshoes. You could be almost with them. I put it that way, right? And so, depending on how many millimeters they were, this is probably about maybe an 82 millimeter, I think is probably what it was, that hit us. Anyways, so this thing hits the ammo holding area. So when I say AHA, that's what I mean. Ammo holding area, AHA. It hits the ammo holding area. And this place is literally 300 meters, maybe 400 meters away from where the building I sleep and the rest of my platoon, and where HHC 26 Infantry, the company, actually stays at. We're like right there, right? And so this thing goes off, and it doesn't like immediately explode. You can start to hear it sort of grow. The explosions start to get bigger. And then, of course, the leadership, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're like, hey, get inside. Something's going on. Because, we're soldiers. We're like, hey, something's up. Somebody hit the AHA, so everybody get inside. And for a while there, it was just like little things going off. You hear rounds cooking off and things like that. And then the explosions came. And it was massive. If you watch the video, it was huge explosions. And so when you're about 300 to 400 meters away from these types of explosions, you feel the concussion, like it like travels through your body. It's pretty crazy the way it feels. And again, guys, like, I'm deep into my deployment. I've already suffered through what I've suffered through with losing Devorah and Clay, and I am just this guy that just doesn't give a damn, essentially, right? I'm there, I'm like, que sera, what will be, will be. That's kind of like how I was, right? And so I'm sitting on this long Coleman cooler that we have in the middle of the hallway there, and I'm just like, man, if we blow up, we blow up, right? Whatever. And I remember looking at one of my platoon mates, and I won't say his name because I don't want to disrespect him. I don't know. I mean, he's a good dude, and I love the dude, man. But he was freaking out, right? And I remember telling him, like, yo, where are you going to go, man? If you go outside, you're going to get blown up. If you go in here, we may stay alive, or we may not. And I just was laughing. And, like, I think back on that, man, and I'm just like, what the heck was wrong with me? Even me saying that right now, I'm just like, why? Because we could have died. Like, we literally could have all just died. And I wouldn't be here right now. Or I could have been, like, severely, injured. But I just wasn't, like, thinking about that. And, man, it got worse. I remember they were issuing us these protective masks. We call them pro masks. And they didn't have canisters on them. So the canister is what filters the gas out when you put them on. They're gas masks, essentially. So they're issuing us these things. They have no pro mask. And so the CS gas that was in the AHA was, I guess it was cooking off too. And it wasn't as potent in the air, but you could you could smell it and you could breathe it in, and it was kind of uncomfortable. So there was a necessity for it, but man, it was a hell of a night, man. It was a heck of a night. I'll tell you that. It was interesting. I'll tell you what, something that my command didn't know, but all of us in the platoon, we were hoping that that our trucks outside got blown up so that we could take a break from doing patrols for a couple of days. So obviously that didn't happen. Those up-upper Humvees were fine right after that. And yeah, we were good to go. We were right on patrol right after they made sure that it was all clear. And that was just another day in Iraq, man. Another day in Iraq.